Hi, my name is Amanda Gregory. I recently got married this last June, so from here on out I'll be going by Amanda Smith. However, in my daily life I usually just go by Mandy. I am a high school math teacher in Colorado. I'll be entering my 4th year of teaching next fall. Since the first year of teaching, I've always had this love for technology and getting kids to get behind it and getting kids interested in their curriculum using technology. I started my first year in a rather large district. They have offered a lot of professional development, and I took up on any professional development I could get my hands on that included technology. The first professional development I took was an iPad course where they gave each teacher that entered the professional development one iPad, that's right, one, just for the teacher, to pilot how it worked in the classroom, what the pros and cons were. I used it to flip my classroom and post videos online. I used the app EduCreations to create those videos. I also used it to record student presentations during class. I used it to walk around the room and control the smartboard from anywhere in the classroom. A lot of the things I did worked and a lot of them really failed, but that's part of the learning experience, right? So after my first year teaching, I knew that I needed to go back to school to get my master's, and I knew exactly where I was going to get it in: educational technology. After my first year teaching, that summer of 2013, I started the Educational Technology Master's Program through Boise State. I thought I was coming off a lot of experience since I had done some professional development within my district already. But as we all know, I was a brand new teacher, and boys, there are always a lot to learn. I also chose to fall in love, and so I decided to move town. So I moved about an hour and a half north of where I was before. The district I had done my student teaching and first year teaching in was the 3rd largest in the state, and I was moving to a district that was quite small and only actually had one high school for the whole district that was about 1/3 of the size of the high school I was at before. I was completely taken off guard when I started my first year teaching, and there seemed to be no emphasis on educational technology. I could barely get into a computer lab unless I had planned 3 months out. We had 17 graphing calculators total for the school, which 8 math teachers had to share, when class sizes are around 25 to 30 students. There were definitely no smartboards, but one thing that we did have going for us is we had a nice computer setup that projected on the whiteboard, or just a standard whiteboard. My first course that I took in the EdTech program was 501, in which we had to do an evaluation summary. Let's just say my first year in the district led me to be a little harder on the evaluation summary than was probably fair. But by my 2nd year in the district, I learned how much the district was actually pushing behind the scenes to get technology in. I was just unaware as my first year in the district. For the EdTech 501 School Evaluation Summary Assignment, we were to evaluate our school and the district's technology plan according to the Maturity Model Benchmarks rubric you see here. The top of the rubric weighs the categories given on the left using those filters. It ranges from emergent, which is the lowest the school can score, to intelligent, which is the highest the school can score. The first set of categories you see here falls under the administrative filter. The second set of categories falls under the curricular filter. The third set of categories falls under the support filter. The fourth under the connectivity filter. And the last, the 5th one, is the innovation filter. You'll notice that each category is also broken down by behavioral and resource infrastructure. As you can see from my evaluation rubric, the school and district scored in the middle to lower end for most categories. That said, if I were to complete a new evaluation summary, the outcome would be drastically different and more likely quite higher. Although my evaluations for the school was low, they were also mostly uninformed. as it was my first year in the district. I acknowledge that through my reflection for the EdTech 501 learning log, stating that I was underinformed, to say the least, as far as what the school has to offer. And even though I had a lack of experience in the district, the assignment really made me think about what is necessary for any school district to include in their technology plans to fully prepare students for their future jobs that have yet to be created. As I had entered my master's program in educational technology, I had also entered a new school district. The lack of accessibility made it quite tough to not have kids being one-to-one on a computer. I had 6 courses in the master's program under my belt by the end of my first year teaching within that district. Although accessing a computer for each student was hard, there was a technology I hadn't quite tapped into yet: the cell phone. Each student generally had a mobile device. Some of them didn't have a mobile device, but that was okay because majority did, so it was easy to pair them up and have them share. Thanks to EdTech 541 and EdTech 502, I was able to create a couple different mobile learning lessons. Additionally, I also used free Web 2.0 tools such as Socrative.com, where I could display questions and results on the board, and the students could respond using their mobile device. For the EdTech 541 Alternative for Mobile Learning assignment, I created a geometry scavenger hunt. For the scavenger hunt, the students will only use their mobile device as they roam around the building, finding various geometric composite shapes that I've assigned. The students will primarily use the Grocery IQ app, in which I will upload a list of the composite shapes that they are required to find, and take a picture, find the area, and then find the perimeter. When the students return from their scavenger hunt, I will check for understanding using the free app, Socrative.com, which allows me to create a quiz or an exit slip, again, with the students solely using their mobile device. For the lesson closing, students will join the class Instagram and post their pictures from the day. Their pictures will include the shape itself that they found, as well as all the work they did to find the perimeter and the area. For the EdTech 502 Mobile Quest assignment, I decided to create a mobile assignment in which students will become self-directed learners and essentially their own teachers. So basically there are 4 parts to the activity. From a current or past assignment, the students will come up with one concept that they feel that they need to understand better. Then they're going to search the concept and find a website that is interactive or one that provides diagrams or good descriptions on how to better understand the concept. They're to bookmark 2 of those helpful websites, and then they're also going to go find 2 video tutorials and bookmark those. Once they have found a couple websites and a couple videos that help with their concepts, they're going to post it to a classroom Facebook page and type a brief description for what they typed into Google and YouTube. One problem that I've seen come up in math classrooms a lot is that students know that they're confused about something, but they can't quite figure out what to type into a search engine to be able to find information on that concept. So this mobile quest helps them do so. After going through my first year in a new district where I thought technology was not of importance, at the very end of the year we received an email from the district office. They were offering us a chance to apply for a program called Silver Linings. Within this program, they would give each teacher a set of 30 Chromebooks to permanently sit in their classroom, so therefore becoming a one-to-one classroom. Now, to get into this program, applicants must explain their vision for educational technology and offer an example where students might achieve higher order thinking for a lesson that would otherwise be impossible without the technology. Now, the catch to this was that there were only 20 slots open, and this was a district-wide program. For my application, it was easy to give my vision, and I used the lesson I created in EdTech 502, the web quest. For the EdTech 502 WebQuest assignment, I designed a geometry project in which students would realistically redesign a house that they would in turn sell for a profit. The challenge involves making correct calculations using perimeter, area, and surface area. There were 3 parts to this assignment that students will be expected to adhere to. They will need to install new flooring throughout the house, apply a fresh coat of paint to the kitchen and bedrooms, and figure the cost of selling the house after the cost of the redesign. Throughout the process of the design, students will adhere to various criteria for installing the floor and painting. However, the materials they use for the flooring and the paint they choose to put on the walls is up to them. Students will be given suggested resources for where to find cost of goods, or they can look up resources on their own. Once the students have successfully refloored the house and painted the walls, they will need to calculate the cost of selling the home in order to make a 20% profit. This project will be evaluated on a rubric for each area of work, including the flooring criteria, the painting criteria, and the conclusion criteria. This WebQuest also comes with a teacher page including all necessary information for any teacher to implement this lesson in their own classroom. Thanks to the Educational Technology program allowing me to hone in on my vision for educational technology and allowing me to create lessons to demonstrate in my classroom and to my district, I was accepted to the Silver Linings program. I have had a one-to-one classroom all last year and anticipate having a one-to-one classroom for years to come. Without the Masters of Educational Technology program, I would not be able to do the things I've been able to do thus far in my career, such as witnessing students access higher order thinking enhanced through technology, sharing my educational technology experiences with colleagues, peers, and administration, and I have also been chosen to represent the high school's in-building educational technology position. Although this position is in addition to full-time teaching, we are hopeful to turn it into a full-time position in the near future. Thank you again to the Masters of Educational Technology program at Boise State University for allowing me to grow in the field of educational technology and for inspiring me to continue my own education with technology and hopefully inspire educators and those around me to do the same.